Guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. All right, guys, we are here to discuss The Wire season 2, episode number 3. It's called Hot Shots. Okay, let's get my co-host up in here. Hey, Moochie.
Hi, Am. What's up, y'all? heard you singing to the countdown.
Oh, you did? I didn't even realize I was doing that. I'm telling you, I'm always freaking singing, girl. I don't know what is wrong. Hey, everybody. And I didn't even realize you can hear me, man. I forgot you can hear me. Hey, Inga. Hey, Art Love. And hey, HEA. Yes. All right. So before I get my first picture up here, Omar's back, guys. I didn't even get a screenshot of this dude. He is back and he's scoping out the scene. He's still in New York, right? Hey, Karen Jones. He's scoping out the scene and he's looking at these, like he's watching this guy named Stump's house, right? So he about to plan him and he got a new boo, guys. A new boo thing. He love him young. He love him young. Okay. I don't know. I don't be trusting people that want to go to the young ones. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he's legal, but you young.
I know, but I feel like he can kind of like get their minds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, I know that's your guy, but I'm just saying. So that's what he's doing. But as he had, they're watching and they're scoping this place out, these two chicks come up. They like, listen, we gotta get they beat them. They beat him to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
So, he goes later on, and the girls are counting the money and all of this stuff. And here come Omar. He like, oh, they robbed them. They robbed Stump. I'm gonna have to rob them. So Yes, Inga, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. That's exact. When I said he want to get their mind, that's exactly what I was trying to get to. He want to control them. Thank you.
Well, he wants to control
them. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. So let's get to this here now, guys. This scene right here. We got Bunk and Freeman, and they trying to, because now they're in charge of this investigation, and they trying to interview these people, and everybody don't speak English. Yeah, okay. They doing the same thing. They doing the same thing that guy did last week, right? Before the Greek killed him. Mm-hmm. Same thing, English. Trying to no English. Okay, whatever, no English. And they knew it. Like, they're like, all right, so you've been all around the world and you don't know how to speak English? Like, okay. So then this guy right here is telling them, like, listen, I really don't think you guys should waste your time with this. They're not going to tell you anything. They're basically going to keep up the shenanigans. So did you want to add on to anything with this part?
I wanted to add on, it was hilarious because every different language you could think of was in that boat. And when they was like Kunta Kinte, Munga 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 Mushi Muki.
Yeah. They said something that I forgot what it was, and I wanted to repeat it, but I couldn't. I don't remember what it was. It was something very something popular, they say. I don't remember what it was. But that was funny. They was pissed off. Inga says they always act like they don't know English, but they know American money. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So let's see what's next over here. Oh, so now that Omar went to press those girls, like, you stole from this guy from some, I'm gonna get that money. He worked something out with them though, right? So you could talk about this scene as well. He watching them finesse.
Kimmy and her partner is working with Omar. Mm-hmm. So they working with Omar, and they basically send them to do the recon work and scope out the place.
He recruited.
Meanwhile, the boo is still like, why we gotta work with these girls?
Mm-hmm.
He does not like it. He rather it just be them two, like how they working.
Right. He's like, why can't we just go, get him this way, just bust in there and, all of that stuff. And Omar is like, how many times do I have to explain to you that I don't sleep? What did he say? I don't sleep with babies?
I don't bed babes.
I don't bed babe, but it sounded like he said babies. I didn't understand, whatever.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like women.
I know, but the way he said babies, I never heard of that word before. So
it said like, babes in the thing because I watched it with the
because I watch it with the subtitles too, and I didn't see I'm like, okay, well, I thought that was like a combination word.
Mm-hmm.
Babe ladies, like babies. I don't know, whatever. Okay, Canna, he said, sweet booty mad Omar stepped up. Yeah, he really was. He was a little salty, and I was just like, really, like, I don't know, just get over it. It's gonna be okay. Like, he doesn't want them girls. Calm down. Goodness. Okay, so this scene right here, I had to capture this because this is, in this episode, they're tailing Barksdale's crew, they're following Tillman around because they need to, handle this situation. So he over here placing bets, and they see this rat in the street, in the alley or whatever. And then he's like, I got 20 on the rat. Because this little dog looked like a little punk. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was waiting for the dog. I was waiting for the dog to get tore up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to see this rat devour this dog. But the rat wasn't that big. Like, we've seen some really big, disgusting looking rats. All right. Mm-hmm. So this guy is laughing at him because he done lost his money and that dog tore that rat up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just I got it on the screen, so I'm gonna just have my eyes like this for a minute, so y'all can.
Mad that he lost his money.
Yeah. So y'all can enjoy this picture because this little punk dog. I mean, this dog looked like basically a puppy. Okay. Oh, he was so mad. And he was like, how y'all know the dog was gonna win or something? He said, I forgot, but all I know is he was pissed off. This dog tore that rat up. Oh my gosh. So now we get to the docks and we got Nikki and Ziggy talking, and Nikki is complaining that he's tired of coming to work and not knowing if he's gonna get paid. This is really a bad job.
They're not getting any work.
Yeah.
Any work for the ship.
This is really a bad job to have if you don't get, if the shipments don't come, you don't get paid. Like, that's I wouldn't want to take a job like that. This is so that if work day is slow or something like that, like that's too much. I don't know. Oh, Canna said he said, how the dog know what the rat gonna do? He was ready. Good evening, comment section. Hey, our love. I'm sorry. I thought I said hi, but I appreciate the roses, though. I love the roses and stuff. Maybe I didn't see it. Yeah, so on this, he's tired of coming to work and not getting paid. Plus, we saw in an earlier scene that he was at the salon, his girlfriend's salon, and she was cutting his hair and everything. And she was like, she was like, the kids are talking. She's at school telling the kids that her parents don't live together. She's complaining. And of course, he's like, all right, he don't want to hear it. But at the same time, he's telling Zig that his girl is putting the pressure on him. Meanwhile, he doesn't even have much money coming through right now. And Ziggy is like, Zig, ever since this is the third episode, every time I turn around, this guy is trying to get into the drug game. So he's like, we can get some yayo going.
He don't even know.
Yes. And what's his name? Nikki. He's like I'm not selling. Yeah, he was like, I'm not standing on no corner he said project nigga. I said, oh, I'm not standing on the corner like a project nigga so I can get popped for pocket change. Like, I'm not doing that. So I was like, okay, well, I wasn't sure how to take that. I just, are you, because it don't sound like he said the ER at the end, but I was just like, you still a white boy. Like, I don't know how I
And keep in mind, this was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
The country was not as divided as it is now.
No, I know, but I never wanted to hear nobody say the N-word. Like, you don't get no pass.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's a pass.
I'm just saying, like, I just didn't. I wasn't sure how to take it. Like, I just was confused. Like, is he racist or is he saying just using the word? That's all.
He's just using the word because look at what I don't want to go ahead, but
I chalked it up to he was just using the word. But did you want to say anything about that? No.
I just feel like he knows it's a bad idea, Nick, and he doesn't want to be a part of that. And I feel like he doesn't want to be a part of it, and he knows that Ziggy is not somebody that he could do something like this with.
Not at all. Horrible. Inga said Baltimore has its fair share of racism right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we see Stringer. He meets up with Blind Butchie. And yeah, I ain't gonna say that. So I'm looking at what Canna said. So we see he's here with Blind Butchie, and he wants him to help basically with the whole Tillman setup to, get him however basically, the whole setup. I'm not gonna jump ahead to what was happened, but you know what it is. And Butchie, he's not too happy about it because he's like, he brings me good business, Tillman, and the money is good, obviously. So String is like, I'll make it right, but it's not me that I'm asking for. So once he said that, he knew that it was String. You want to go ahead and say something about that?
It was coming from Avon.
I mean Avon. Sorry, I said String. Avon. Go ahead, Moochie.
It was coming from Avon, Blind Butchie. This is like the first episode we're introduced to this character. So we know he got that's his steady cash flow, and it was coming every week. He pay on time, and he doesn't want to let that go.
Of course.
But String said he gonna make it right, and so he gives in.
Right. Okay. Avon is Avon. That's what Blind Butchie says. So even though it's such a broad statement, you could see that it's a lot of power behind it. Avon is Avon. The quote of the episode is, "What they need is a union," from Russell. Corny quote of the episode. Anyway, moving along. That String with his fine self telling him, "We're gonna make it right." All right. So now we got Dr. Frazier, right? That's the one that he knows so much. I love watching him, actually. So McNulty, he's involved again, guys. Oh my gosh. And Frazier is like, "What are you doing? Like, didn't you like give this up already to screw with your boss? Now you're still trying to get involved, and it's too late, McNulty, So anyway, Frazier tells him that there were some swabs on the girls, and at least 7 of the girls had vaginal intercourse within 24 hours of their death. And 2 of them had anal, and 6 came back positive on oral sex. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, obviously we kind of knew that this was already some prostitution stuff, but this pretty much confirms it. Did you want to add anything to this?
Yeah, they know that they was having sex within a couple of hours within their death. And so now I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. I was going to say something, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, go. Finish it, because I didn't want to jump in.
And they also know that they came from, I forgot what country, but he knows that because they had breast implants. They got, before they came there, some of them got their boobs done.
Was that Belfast?
Yeah, I think
he said something. I don't know if they got the procedure done in Belfast or something like that, but he definitely knows they're not local. He keeps telling McNulty, like, I know for sure they're not local. So, yeah. So now McNulty, he think he gonna go. Well, he finds out what he tells Dr. Frazier. He says, did you tell Coleman this? I mean, is it Cole? Cole, right? Did you tell Cole? Because he feels like you should tell. Obviously, he still thinks that Cole is on the case. He doesn't know. And he's like, no, I didn't tell him because he's not on the case anymore. So who has the case? And this is when he finds out that it's Freeman and Bunk. Oh my gosh. And you see his face. He was like, oh no.
I really screwed these two.
Yep. And so he goes because he thinks he's helping them now. This Negro don't forgot how good these guys are. Like, we don't need your help. I mean, what the heck? He coming in telling them everything. Oh, we did this. His whole report that he got from Frazier, he's telling McNulty comes and he tells them about it. And they just is like, oh, he's gonna tell us this, he's gonna tell us that. You wanna
look,
like say anything extra?
He was trying to act like he was gonna come there and give them so much insight on the case, and they already 10 steps ahead of them. They know everything and some.
And it was like, this guy really, he's about to tell us this, he's about to tell us that. Like,
I like the way they was stumping him at every
yes
time. I like that.
And he was sitting there looking like, oh, when did you guys get there? Yeah, Negro, we had to get there fast. You put this on us, and like, it's so urgent. Of course. Do you remember the 13 cases? What happened? These 13 cases brought them down to like a negative murder rate, right? Or something like that.
Exactly. It messed them up.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, it's dire. Now, there was a scene, I didn't capture it, but there was a scene with Jay. He was annoying the crap out of me. They came, Bunk and Freeman came back to let them know the progress that they were making with the people that were from different countries, speaking all these languages and all of that stuff. And he was just like, he was eating at the same time. He was just looking like a big old slob.
When he was telling her to wear the suit.
Yeah, he just looked like a big old slob. And I was just like, oh, shut up. And the stuff was like, the food looked like it was falling down. And he said, yeah, and he was just like, look like you, act like you guys have a clue and all this stuff. And all I could think,
felt like sweat and cold cuts.
All I could think was, let me see, what kind of police are you? I want to see what kind of detective you are, because you over here just sitting on your freaking round behind. I mean, eating. That's all you doing. And like I know you said he's he's a kiss up and everything.
Yeah,
so.
He is a brown noser.
But she got her little suit on now. And he had the nerve to try to play them with the kind of outfits that they wear.
I know, right?
I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He looks terrible.
I know. Like I said, smelling like sweat and cold cuts.
Ew. That reminds me of one time I walked up in Arby's and it smelled so bad. It smelled, I was like, I turned my behind right back around. I said, this smelled like some freaking funky white fat behind. You know what? That's not nice. That is not nice. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm racist. I've smelled people that smelled like that before and they were white. So I'm not trying to be funny. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Not trying to be funny, not trying to be racist. I'm not racist. So, but I had to walk right the heck out. I'm like, this smell like straight funky, sweaty booty up in here. Let me get out of here. I've never walked into Arby's again. Never ate from Arby's. I'm done. So now this scene right here. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to offend no one. So, this scene right here is like they're at like this dinner, and Stan is saying to what's his name, Presbeluski. He's like, "What's going on with my detail?" And Presbeluski is like, "Nothing. We ain't got nothing going on. You want to go ahead? You want to explain this little scene?"
You don't got anything. They not doing this. They not doing that. And see what I was telling you about the Barksdale case. He just is throwing that out there again. And this gets the attention of
Stan.
This gets his attention where he wants to go in there and make some changes.
And he's like, if Burrell didn't come and mess it up, this was Prez said, it would have been a real serious case. Like he was trying to tell him, like they were digging. He made Daniels look like the man. Like this team know what the heck they doing. Okay. We're going to get to that a little bit later. Let's see what they talk about in the chat. I've been trying to stay out the chat a little bit because some folks.
Okay, I was
a little bit. Yeah.
But
let me know what's going on because I'm not really looking in there because I don't want no spoilers.
Okay. HEA said he's a hater, petty over of the stained glass. Yeah.
Here goes the next scene right here. So you know that Avon told Stringer to go check on Zonette. She ain't coming up to see him, and she ain't coming up to bring the baby. He needs to see his father. So Stringer comes in, and he go looking at her like, does he know what he's missing and all of this stuff? Then he sits down, and he does deliver the message the way he's supposed to. Like, you're supposed to be bringing the baby up there. We got to make sure that we stick together like a family. And so that he could still do his time. You know what I mean? Because if you don't go see the baby, it's not gonna be easy for him to do what he has to do.
Don't take him to see that baby. It's not gonna be easy for him.
Yeah. I said take him to, I don't know how I said it. I probably said something wrong. Take the baby up to see him. So she's like, I ain't forgot about him. I never liked her in the first place, to be honest. I just kind of feel like she's a user. Like she's a gold digger. Girl. Yeah, a gold digger, especially when she was like that time when she was like, we could do this, we could do that. In this room, we could use this room for that, and we can do this one, and then we could go here and we can do that. I was like, girl,
he was miserable that day.
Yeah, hot mess. He went to go try to find.
She played herself anyway. She tried to give him freaking D's clothes. What the heck was that?
I don't know. That was a stupid move. That didn't make no daggone sense. They don't even dress alike. That was so dumb.
They're not even the same size. This man is like a man. Like
there was something else I was gonna say. He was saying that, reminding her, like, if you don't do your part, we all have a part to play. If you don't do your part, the car, the clothes, the house, the apartment, all that is gonna go. So like, you gotta do your part. So it's like he looking at it like, after I did my part and carried out the order that Avon gave me, now I'm about to hit this.
I thought that was dirty.
Yes, I was like, oh my god.
I think he did that to stay close to her and keep her in line.
I don't know if that was a spoiler or what, but we'll see.
I think he did that to make sure she go up there.
Like, had sex with her for that?
Yes.
I doubt it. He wanted that thing. I remember from the first season how he was looking at her. You don't remember how he was looking at her the first season? I wish I could go. I should have.
I never. When she came to the. Okay, I know what you're talking about. When she came to the when they had that little I think it was a birthday
barbecue or something. It's not a barbecue because it was inside the house. It was inside like the bar.
It was like in like a hall or something.
Yeah, the hall. Right. Sorry. And So in this scene right here, we have Avon. He got my man a job in the library, and he was kind of letting him know, like, we got some pull up in here because there was a lot of people that put in for the position at the library, and you got it, and he's still acting cold. Stringer told Brianna he's acting cold towards me. He is still acting cold. And he was basically trying to let him know, look, you looking a little dusty these days. And he's like, so I guess, he's checking on him about the whole, the what is it, heroin or coke?
I believe it's heroin.
Okay, because I think you said it was heroin last time. So, yeah. So he's checking on that. And Abe, D is basically saying that, it's only for, just to help me get by. It's not all the time. I don't need it like that, And he's like, okay, well, if you don't need it like that, Avon's saying this, then you can get off of it for a few days, right? So you could Don't go past this scene though, but you
No,
could, if you want to say.
He just seems like he still resents him for being in here. Like he feels like it's all his fault because he sent him to go take that package up there. So he's still kind of cold towards Avon, even though he got this job. He's like, well, what, you want me to be thankful for this? And I'm still locked up.
Right. Yep.
So he's telling him, if you know, you looking dusty and you need to like clean yourself up. And he was like, well, you know, that he's not trying to hear him right now.
No.
Like own little thing where he's doing his time right now, and this is the way he's doing it.
Yeah, and Avon tried to tell him, like, if you keep your mouth shut and do whatever you have to do, you can do this in a few years or whatever. And just like my 7 years, he said 7, right? My 7 years only gonna be like one
exactly
1 year. And
he said D
is like his mind is gonna be half, and I could count to 10. You know what I mean? So he still was like, whatever. He ain't trying to hear nothing, but Avon is trying to let him know, like, listen, just if you could do this, then I'm just asking out of love. You know, it's always love. So, yeah, we'll get back to this later. Let me take off this little "you look dusty" situation. So, there was something going on that Ziggy was doing with somebody that I guess he kind of like calls the ships or say when the ships are coming in and the numbers or whatever. So then we clearly see here that they're stealing off of the shipments, and they're trying to make a deal with this guy right here who works with the Greek and Orvando or whatever. And they trying to get that money. So I was like, what? Because I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I'm so glad that they let us know in this episode. So you want to add something to this part?
Well, they stole one of the cans off the ship, and it was a shipment of cameras, of digital cameras, and they're the new. Well, this is 20 years ago. This is when they used to this is when they first came out with like the digital cameras, where you have the little Michael, the chip that you put in, and you able to load your pictures onto the laptop or whatever. And it's supposed to be state of the age, new technology. So they're gonna try to sell it to one of the Greeks people, and they're working on a deal. But Ziggy,
he's too much.
He's
Freaking
just
idiot.
too much. He's too extra. And he's just doing too much. Once they negotiated the deal, and he's talking about it's a Kodak moment and takes a picture.
He took a picture. That guy was like, "Are you kidding me?" He threw that camera down with the quickness, and I was like, "You're not."
Joke out of his hand and broke it.
Like, you're not supposed to be taking pictures of him, stupid. Obviously, why would you do that? Oh my gosh, he is such.
He wants to deal with Nick, and he says, I'll do this deal with you because I like you." It was a bad idea for him to even come, Ziggy.
To bring Ziggy.
Yeah, he's just his mouth. He doesn't know how to conduct himself.
And so then he goes back and he talks to Vandas. I forgot the name that y'all said his name was, but the guy that works with the Greek. So, and he said, just go ahead. He gave him the okay to make the deal, but he does know that Ziggy is not like,
he knows this Malacca.
He does know that Ziggy is not someone to be freaking doing business with. So now we have this scene here where Valchek, because look, after he heard the whole, lowdown and the whole spiel about Burrell messed up the case and we had this going on lock and all of this, he went down to, the little site, and he watching them. I don't know if he was watching them play cards. These dudes are doing nothing. They're playing cards. They're watching TV. They probably love it. They probably think, oh, this is just so easy. We just get lunch. We just sit around. We don't do anything. He's like, no.
Mind you, one of the same guys that was there was, remember when the dude was wanted him to act? He said, "Come on, you could go out on comp with me."
The alcoholic.
You're out your career. The alcoholic. And he was like, all you gotta do is fall down these stairs.
Yep. He's the same one that's there. And so Valchek comes in, And he sees them all just doing nothing. And all they see on the board, you just see Frank's picture with nothing there. Ain't a daggone thing going on. So this freaking guy, he goes and he sees this dude, Burrell, and he's like, listen, I know everything that I need to know about what happened with the Barksdale case. And if you don't want me to go over there and spill some beans, you better get me a better detail. And I want that lieutenant.
That's right. And he's trying to get elected to commissioner. So he's gonna play ball with him.
Yeah, because he told him that. He said, I will help you out with the it was, I forgot what section or whatever the heck. I had it last week. I don't remember it now. But he said, I'm gonna help you out with them because they was trying to back some other dude. And he was like, I'll help you with them if you get me a 6-man detail. And he was like, okay. So he comes down here and he's like, you gave me humps. Like, what is this? I'll go up in there right now and just, you know what I'm saying? I'll put all your cards out on the table and let them know. And you basically will be screwed the heck up. So, of course, you already know he's going to play ball. We didn't get to that part, but of course. What else is I going to say? So he says, I want lieutenant, like he wants Daniels, and Burrell tells him that he put in his papers, his resignation, whatever. And he's like, well, he didn't go to the board yet. So he basically saying you need to put a stop to that.
Exactly.
And listen, of course, I feel like, and don't confirm, obviously, right? But Daniels, I believe he would rather be a cop, or not a cop, but officer of the law, lieutenant, whatever, than go and be a lawyer. So I think that if he gets and sees that he's gonna be on some case, he'll be like, okay.
I feel like he's going to be a lawyer because his wife suggested it. She did. Huh? His wife suggested it
to be a lawyer, yeah.
He was downstairs and he's unhappy, and she suggested that. I wasn't going ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Wait, what did you say? You feel like what? Because his wife wanted to do it. Wanted it.
His wife suggested it. Yeah, I think that's what she kind of wanted.
And it's like you in the basement. I mean, what she's saying made sense, So it's not like they got you in the basement. They're not even utilizing you like that, the way they should, Like, come on. So I wanted to talk about this scene real quick because, and I'm going to go into the chat in a minute, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I just don't, like I told you, I didn't see season 2, and I don't want to get no spoilers. So, this guy right here, he had went to Frank and was like, listen, nothing is coming in. Money is hard right now. And I'm about to go to Doc 42 or I forgot. He said some other doc. Like he about to go work for some other company. Excuse me. And Frank said, all right, listen, just go have yourself a drink at the bar. And if by tomorrow, just tell him that I said it's on me or whatever. And if by tomorrow you still feel like you want to go, then go ahead. So when he gets there, he does what Frank says. And then the barmaid slips him like a wad of cash. And I was like, oh, that was really nice. That was really nice. You see Zig over here seeing what this whole transaction, and the barmaid tells him that his father's a good man. So I was like, that's nice. He knows that people are hurting, so he decides, I'm gonna look out for this guy. But you wanted to say anything about that?
I thought the scene was real cool, but I didn't like the way that Ziggy was looking at. It seemed like he was hating on the man because he got some money. But your father still got you. Your father still has you still have a job because of your father, and we already seen you messed up when you losing cans and stuff like that.
Right. Moochie says she's on her best behavior. Somebody said good save, Moochie. That means we had a spoiler coming up.
No, I come on now. I'm behaving.
Kenna said Zig feels like he should be taken care of. Like, okay, right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Technically, you still live at home, probably.
Right.
He do still live. Yeah, he probably still lives at home. So
You're
yeah,
right.
he's taken care of.
The heck, you are being taken care of. You freaking don't stay fired when you screw up all the freaking time.
Exactly.
Like, shut up, Zig. Shoot. So then we get to this scene because listen, I don't like Tillman, but his little operation is kind of cool. It's a little tight with the whole little hall, putting everything in the halls and all of that stuff.
Right?
Yeah. So he comes in, and this time he's delivering it to the one guy, his one distributor, right? Little distro, and then he's passing it out, and he gets to not Avon, D's cell, and D passes. And then so later on that night, it's somebody's hollering like, help, we need help, we need this and that. Oh, they falling out. So he's looking through like, what the heck is going on? And he sees people being taken out on stretches and everything with their mouth frothing at the mouth and all of that. And I'm like, yo,
yeah, his man's that was looking at the comic books.
Yes, all of them that got it. What's happening? Get out of here. Sorry. He interrupted my life with some stupid stuff. So yeah, I feel bad for him too, but then look at this guy over here just like chilling, reading a book.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling. Listening to his little old school music.
He chilling, he ain't stressed, he laying back like, yup, my plan worked. So so back to that whole thing when he told him like, you're gonna be good for a few days, right? I'm so glad that D listened though.
I know
that was a gamble.
It was a gamble, but he listened. He left it alone, and look at what happened. But he's seeing what's going on and seeing his friends go by like that. I think that kind of like shook him a little bit.
Yeah. He seemed a little he seemed a little more aware. Like to me, his mind seemed more sober in this episode. Like last episode when we saw him, he did look dusty, like Avon said, right? Looked mighty dusty, and it was just like this time it looked a little better. So I don't know. Maybe he didn't do it as much as he was saying. I don't know. But for him to be able to pass on it, I thought that was a good sign. But yeah, it's sad, but it just goes to show Avon's reach.
Yes.
I like that. I'm glad he listened to. Yep. And Canna says, I was curious how Tillman got paid from prisoners. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if that's gonna come up. I hope. But if that never was answered, then whatever. I don't know. But so that means that guy Butchie, they had to basically have be down with having like a laced package, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I honestly thought that they was just gonna kill the man. But if they do, don't say anything, of course. But I'm just saying, I thought that's what they was gonna do. That's how they was gonna handle it. So I kind of like how they handled that whole situation with this, just making everything go haywire. Like, oh shoot, they just took them all out.
I was gonna say, what we didn't touch on?
Yes, please tell me.
The van. I think it's
yeah.
I think it's hilarious how they took the van.
They took it.
And it's going all over and they posing with pictures.
They took the pic. They sent it to him. And I was gonna bring it up, but I was like, whatever. Like if you bring it up, I was gonna say if there's something that we didn't touch on, we could touch on it,
To me, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, like
he's still here. But
it's gone. And it was like, he's like, how are you gonna tell me $120,000 van is just it's like, yeah, well, it's gone. So he's like, you messing with me, so I'm gonna screw with you too. Shoot. That's how Frank is looking at it. But I'm like, Frank, you really should tread lightly, bro. You really should tread lightly. You about to have the dream team on your behind. I cannot wait. I can't
around
freaking
the
wait.
world in 80 days.
Yes. He said, okay, never want to find out firsthand. Eric, hey, Eric S. Money is smuggled in through visits and by staff and officers. Yep, and this officer smuggled in right through a pack of halls like it was nothing. Yeah, right. They be having money on their books, but it's like, how much money you getting on your books? You know what I mean?
Depends. Sometimes people be putting money on other people's books for protection. Sometimes,
true.
you got your, some the way Avon is, he probably got, his people putting money on his books. He don't all of them, like, or your family. Sometimes people just really do bad when they locked up like that.
That's true. I'm pretty sure there's other way. There's always, I mean, they got a whole system going on in prison, even when these dudes like Avon that got power, they continue to be powerful inside. When they go back out, it's like they never missed a step. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing ever happened. So yeah, but that is a good question. But there's always ways, like you guys said, on somebody's books, or there could be a payment for something else. And yeah. So who knows? But is there anything else that we didn't touch on? I'm trying to think. There was something going on where we saw Clay Davis again, and Frank was at this, gathering, and the guy that was with him was saying that you need to get in good with a man like that, because most of the people that you're talking to is a waste of time right now, and the people that you really need, they ain't even here. But that man right there is the one that you need to talk to. And I was
he
like,
he already got a heads up saying that how money hungry Clay Davis is.
Yes, he was like, they spent $40,000 on this one guy, and I'm just looking at Clay Davis like, I don't even want to look at this guy. I honestly, I just was like, ugh, he just looks like a freaking.
He's a dirty business.
Yeah, I was like, he's just like a freaking scumbag. So I just, I was annoyed watching him. Yeah, what the heck is that, our love? He getting KFC. I'm like, really? I mean, tearing the chicken up while my man's Weebay is pissed off about his electronic fish, okay? His motorized.
Hurry up and eat this before it get cold. He's thinking of everything.
Yeah, don't worry. Sure, you right. It's all good. KFC was the bomb. And there's the thing. Let me see. Oh, I'm glad that I wrote this down. So there was also like a meeting that Bunk and Freeman had with these other men. Like, I don't know if they were FBI. I don't know what the heck they were, but they were letting them know, the whole situation, giving them the breakdown and everything about the ladies and stuff, and that this is a prostitution ring. And the guys that they were talking to was like, that means that there was millions of dollars lost. Like, one girl is like, did they say one girl is like $500,000 or something like that?
Yeah.
So they was like, that means that somebody is in trouble.
Yeah, and it also depends on how young the girls are too. They were saying, he said, some know they're coming there to be prostitutes. Some don't. Some think they just coming to be dancers, secretaries, things of that nature. They just coming here to work, but they come from very poor countries where they feel like the American dream, a better life.
Right. Unfortunately, ain't that sad? So yeah, this whole situation, they said somebody is going to be in trouble because there's a lot of money lost. So here we go. Art Love said that's why the quote. What quote? The what they need is a union. Who need a union?
That's what she said. The quote. What they need is a union. That when they was in that meeting that you was talking about, that's when I can't remember her name. She said the comment.
Is it Beatrice or Beatrice or something?
I think it's Beatrice, yeah.
Beatrice, yeah.
Oh, yeah, when she was like, what they need is a union.
Yeah. Hey, Savannah.
Hello.
Yeah, All right, guys, that's pretty much the episode for today. 45 minutes, y'all. That's what's up. Because the sister is tired, honey. So, that's pretty much that, guys. I forgot. I was gonna ask you. We're doing hidden gems this Thursday, or are we not gonna be able to?
I don't know. I gotta see how everything works out tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well,
more than likely I will be.
Okay. If not, then you know, just stay tuned, guys.
I'll be back home Thursday, but I gotta, going doing a back and forth kind of thing.
Yes, no problem. No problem. Stay tuned. Ooh, sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry, guys. Stay tuned. And everybody, thank you so much for coming through and, behaving in the chat. I feel bad, like I wasn't really like
I behaved tonight, I must say.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, look what Animal Kingdom is killing me with the flashbacks, Mooch.
Yo, we're gonna talk about that. I wanna go live, but I don't know how many people's gonna come.
It don't matter.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna do something.
Yes, doesn't matter. Kanna's gonna be there, right?
It's so much to talk about. It was a double episode. I want to get into it.
See, that's all it takes is your passion. If you build it, they will come. See, that's what I did. And look what Inga said. Everyone needs to watch The Offer. Thanks, Ms. K. Thank you. See, I was passionate about that sucker. And you know what, Inga? I didn't really expect nobody to show up to my live.
How many? And no, let me. I didn't want to get a spoiler because remember I ain't watching it.
Yeah, and I really didn't expect. But you know what? Out of love, I said at least maybe 5 people gonna show up out of love, even if they never even saw the show. And I was right. People showed up, but they watched it though.
I showed up and did the like and bounce because I ain't want y'all started talking about it.
Yeah. So but go watch The Offer, guys. It's really good. And I was like, I don't care who shows up, who doesn't. Of course, you want people to show up to your live because you like talking to them and everything.
Yeah, I watched the first episode with you, and it was good. But I wasn't able to. I don't have that Paramount.
The Paramount, yeah.
And I wasn't able to really. I didn't have time to be honest.
It's all good. It's all good. Inga said, I watched some of The Godfather last night, but I fell asleep. Yeah, that show makes you want to go back and watch The Godfather. So I'm still due. I'm like, maybe on Saturday, I'm going to go and watch The Godfather for, a little while because it really makes you, it's very nostalgic. And also, just because of how everything went down, it makes you want to just watch The Godfather. You just have even a greater appreciation for the movie. It's crazy, But thank you all, guys. Art Love is telling you to go live and see. Okay. You gotta understand too that the recap, don't sleep. I mean, the replay, don't sleep on when you go live, even if it doesn't hit at that moment. There might be people that they've never even watched Animal Kingdom before, and then they start binge watching, and then now they start going on YouTube looking for recaps and stuff, and then you're the one that did it. Come on now, help some folks out, Moochie. I'm also watching something called, it's on Netflix, and it's called, I was gonna bring it up as my hidden gem. It's called
save it.
I forgot what it's called.
Save it. I know what it is, but don't.
You want to say it. You stopped me. I know what it's freaking called, but you stopped me.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Canna, thanks for coming through again. Inga, Art Love, HEA, Eric S, and Savannah, Karen Jones.
Oh, thank you, Inga.
I appreciate all of you guys. Hey, Samara, I ain't see you, girl. Yeah, Samara. Huh?
I said she's been here.
I'm sorry. You know what? I wasn't in the chat. I'm so sorry. Next time I'm going to be in the chat a little. I'm normally in the chat, but this time I just kind of, But sorry, guys. Thank you so much. You guys make sure you have a blessed night and a wonderful day tomorrow. Love you all so much. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.